All right. So today's video, I'm going to actually talk about a couple of vehicles. I'm not going to actually do any driving. I apologize, but I will explain why in just a moment. Before I even begin, there is a new vehicle in the shop. I did a little bit of trading, and I will actually talk about that, if not right now, in another video. But I'm going to post a picture of this on Instagram, so it's not going to be any surprise. But the first vehicle I want to talk about is this. It is my 1956 Ford Thunderbird that I traded my Dodge Challenger for. This thing came from New Jersey and came out of a really nice collection. I saw this guy's collection and I was impressed. He has some really cool stuff. So I would actually, if I ever get to New Jersey, like to go check out his stuff. But as I said, this is a 56. It's got a 312 under the hood, which I will show you. It's a 3-speed manual car. I know 1956 was the lowest production number car, and the 312 3-speed manual does make it a little bit more rare. Unfortunately, it does not have air conditioning. It does not have the overdrive. It does have an aftermarket Edelbrock carburetor on it. And come around here, someone's been into this car and done a few things to it, because fuel pump looks new. It looks like the ignition's kind of new, so someone's done a few things to it, but it's got its issues. It does have its issues, and I'll talk about that. But we'll walk around here and take a quick peek inside. It does have the hard top and it does have the soft top it comes with. Interior is in pretty fair shape. It's got its share of issues down here, and the headliner is kind of coming down a little bit. Someone tried to tape it up. I tried to tape it up a little bit more with Gorilla Tape. Gorilla Tape sucks. But like the speedometer doesn't work, fuel gauge doesn't work. When I got it, the signals weren't working, but on my buddy Travis, who does work on my cars, he got those working. But I did end up buying a new speedometer cable, a new gear for the speedometer cable that goes in the transmission. I ended up buying a sending unit. I also ended up buying a turn signal switch for it. I put the different wheels and tires on it, and I did sell the originals because they just weren't my style. And it rides a lot better, drives a lot better. So I've got all the parts really to fix it. The only problem is right now, because I think the car is set for so long and it didn't have a fuel filter on it, which is now on it, it struggles. It will go down the road just fine. It'll run through the gears just fine and be good. And then all of a sudden it'll start kind of like crapping out on me and like it's not getting fuel. So I ended up putting like a half a can of carburetor cleaner down it. I'm running some fuel system cleaner through it, and it seems to be getting better. But I think ideally, probably the smart thing to do, like when doing the sending unit or whatever, would be to blow out all the fuel lines. Maybe look into like the fuel pump. It does look new to me, but it might be contaminated and might have some stuff in it, so that might need to be cleaned up, and then maybe even go through the carburetor, actually take it off and clean it up or what have you. But it doesn't matter, because that car is actually leaving today. I am doing a trade on it. I stuck it, and I stuck my 40 Ford. Yes, my 40 Ford is up for sale, and I had the wagon, the sedan delivery, and then I've got the dune buggy up for sale, which is another one I'm going to talk about here in a minute. So lots of stuff going on, right? Just lots of stuff. But anyway, I'm sticking all these stuff up, for sale. The sedan delivery I wanted to trade, which I ended up trading for the Corvette. I really didn't want to trade the Thunderbird. I was either going to sell a Thunderbird or sell the 40 or what have you, and try to get out from under that, and really just try to put some money back in the bank. I was going to go down one vehicle, but go back, put some money back in the bank. But guy offered me a trade for this Thunderbird. It's a 1949 F1 pickup. He says everything works. He says it's in great shape. He says he's went through it all himself. It looks like a nice truck, but there's always something. There's always something to do to it. So I'm sure there's going to be something I'm going to have to deal with or what have you, but it's supposed to arrive a little bit later. I'll have a new vehicle, and we'll see. I was going to say I'll probably keep that one, but yeah, you know me. So yeah, real quick, I put this up on Marketplace. I'm really on the fence about selling it. I got to admit, every time I walk out here, I see this car. It's like the nicest build I have. The paint is beautiful. The interior is beautiful. It's a 289 4-speed manual. I've had this car for a long time. I do love the look of this car. Interior, exterior, and it's such a nice driving, running car. I can take this thing down the freeway. It loves to cruise at freeway speeds. It's got plenty of pep for a little 289. It sounds good. But I figured if I could sell it, and I was really just looking to sell it, it does need a couple like TLC things. One of the things is like second gear has always been kind of tough to get into second gear, but I was always able to do it, but it's gotten worse over the years. And now like going down a hill in second gear, it'll pop out. And so I actually got a hold of the transmission shop here locally, and I'm talking to them, like maybe trying to get it in towards the end of the month, because I do want to keep it in and have them do some adjustments on it and maybe get that fixed. I don't think it needs another transmission. All the other gears work great, shifts great. It's just second gear, and that's always been kind of an issue. Another issue I've been having with this thing is the brake pedal is not always consistent, and I had all the fluids flushed out and everything. But I'm thinking maybe it might be needing a master cylinder here pretty soon, which isn't expensive and isn't a big deal. I can have that fixed and the transmission fixed. And then if I do, I'm either gonna up the price on it or keep it. And I'm really kind of thinking I'll probably keep it. I've had a lot of trade offers. A lot of people hit me up asking questions about it. But you know, I'm really not interested in trading unless I get some money back. Again, I'm trying to put some money back in the bank. I'm just trying to build up my account a little bit. So I don't know if this is gonna stick around or not. I've had it for a while. I'm really on the fence. I just don't know, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. If it does go, I'm sure something will replace it, just not as nice as this. Now, last but not least is the dune buggy. The dune buggy I picked up on the trade for that little roadster, little Harley roadster I had. And I've got to say, I've driven this thing a couple of times, and this thing is a lot more fun than I had anticipated. It handles like it's on rails. It actually is pretty fast, faster than I gave it credit for. This thing might be like the fastest vehicle I have in the shop right now. It'd be really a good run between it and the Chevelle, because this thing, once it builds boost, it moves pretty good. I don't imagine it's probably much more than 200 horsepower, but man, the thing weighs like 1,200 pounds. And it is just fun to jump into and drive. And I would drive it right now because it's not sold, it's just up for sale. I just want to sell it. But it needs brakes. The brakes squeal something fierce, and to me it looks like the brakes are about down there. I hear something in there like it's almost going metal to metal. So I don't want to drive it. I don't want to screw that up. So I'm just gonna like let it sit, and hopefully someone will buy it. I'll discount a little bit for the brakes or what have you. Only other thing is like this bar, if I were gonna keep it, I would remove this bar. It's all NHRA certified, so you can run it down the track with that bar, but it makes it a pain in the butt for older guys like me to get in and out of. It does have a removable steering wheel. The only thing it did not come with was a speedometer and a fuel gauge, which you just pop that open. You can look and see how much fuel you have. And I did end up adding a GPS speedometer, which works, but it's not accurate. It's not even close to accurate. I mean, supposedly I was doing 130 in this thing the other day, and yeah, I know I'm not doing 130, but yeah, I would say it's probably a good 30, 35 miles an hour fast. But it's 1911 cc motor, it's got a turbo on it, and yeah, it's built right, and it's fun, it looks cool. You know, if I wasn't wanting to put some money away, and if I just kind of like could have whatever vehicles and it didn't matter, kind of like I used to, I would probably keep this thing because it is just fun. I would keep it, do the brakes, cut out those bars on the side, and just enjoy it and have some fun with it. But I'm a little bit more limited to the vehicles that I can have, so this one's definitely got to go. So yeah, that's really the update right now. I've got some projects or some stuff I want to do to the Vette. I'm glad to be back in a Vette. I haven't had a Vette for a couple of years, and I'm kind of happy to be back into a Vette. It's a collector's edition, and it's fairly low miles. It's fairly clean, but I want to do like a little bit of maintenance to it and stuff like that. Still got some stuff I want to do to this thing here, and I want to get all the vehicles like detailed out and cleaned up and everything. I know that truck coming in, I'm going to at least want to put different wheels and tires on it if I decide to keep it. And then of course you guys know about this one. I think the Chevelle's got like a tail light out I want to look into and get taken care of. I did have a lot of oil changes done. I got those done yesterday. So most every vehicle is like good as far as maintenance stuff. But you know, like I said, there's just like little things, and there's like long-term projects and stuff I wanted to do a long time now for like my wife's bus and the 65 and the Chevelle and even the Trans Am. But I mean, they've been projects since before I moved out here, so they'll probably continue to be projects long afterwards. And you know, that one, there's a lot of stuff I'd like to do to it. It's just a matter of how deep do I want to get into it. And really, like every other vehicle I have, how am I going to enjoy it that much more if I dump, you know, $10,000, $15,000 into cars? And as I said, right now I'm really wanting to save some money, really wanting to put a little money in the bank get my account built up a little bit more, make me a little bit more comfortable. Although yesterday, or day before yesterday, whenever it was, I was talking to somebody, I'm like, you know, I just like collecting cars, and I always figure I got them here, and it's better than money in the bank, and that if I need some money or whatever, I can just sell one of my cars. So there is always that. I don't know, there's just something about being a certain amount of liquid as far as cash. And hey, I'm rambling. So at any rate, I'm sorry there's no driving, there's no real like anything too exciting, but I at least want to touch bases on vehicles that maybe like come in for a short amount of time and then go out without me ever really talking about them or driving them or doing a video on them. So at least you guys know what happened and hey, why this new vehicle is in or what have you. Sometimes it even helps me to keep track. So as always, I really appreciate everyone. You know, a lot of my views, like 98% of my views, are from people who aren't subscribed to my channel. And I know my channel is not the most dynamic and the most fun or whatever, but if you don't mind just subscribing, I would appreciate it. I really, for a long time, my goal has been to get up to like 10,000 subscribers. I'd really like to see that. I've been hovering around like the 7,500 range or what have you. So, you know, as always, like, share, subscribe. I really do appreciate that. And guys, God bless. Take care. Have an absolutely amazing day.